Ain't this what they supposed to be talking?
What happened? Did we do something?
No, they didn't. This is how talking to me.
Oh. Yeah, me scaring us.
Come back there and pull his chair from up under him when he's not looking.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Quiet on set.
Welcome to Live with Candice and Chris.
Welcome to the show. Happy Hump Day, Candice.
Happy Hump Day.
It is a day indeed. The struggle bus is real today.
Why is the struggle bus real?
Well, in addition to Candice fighting her ongoing voice laryngitis battle, I was flossing my teeth this morning, and then I looked in the sink and realized that one of my teeth were in the sink. I had a temporary crown put on, and then I flossed and it came off. So now, anytime cold air or anything cold hits it, it's just, But I go to the dentist in the morning, they'll put it back on.
That's the worst pain to have.
It's the worst pain. It hurts to laugh. Yeah, so if I cover my mouth and I'm laughing, it's because I don't want the cold air to hit that tooth.
There you have it,
There you
America.
have it.
You got two handicapped people on your TV screen.
Hey, but we checking all along, baby.
Look, coming in live. But we got a good show.
Great show coming up. Good topics. Interesting
Right.
topics.
Uh-huh.
Amy Robach and TJ
Ooh.
Holmes. The exes this time. Every time I think the story can't get crazier, it gets crazier. So
All the time.
we're
All
going to
the
see
time.
what happens.
But we'll circle back to it in a little bit. But right now, we got to start with the breakdown. So Americans with criminal records are now on the upper hand of having jobs. It seems that as of 2020 of this year, the number of convicts that are getting jobs are on the rise. And a lot of them are saying it's due to a lot of the jobs are now able to have them included.
Yeah. I mean, but it only makes sense, though, if you think about it, because we're looking at a major staffing shortage across the job market, from healthcare to education. The auto workers, they're all leaving the jobs. So it makes sense that they have to loosen up these restrictions a little bit. I'm happy to see the felons able to get jobs now, because honestly, I think they make better employees than the people without criminal records.
Well,
To me.
I think a lot of the companies are saying that as far as the retention rate, they do stay a lot longer once they're able to be placed in a job. They're less likely to leave that company. They're going to stay invested in it. So as of 2020, actually 81%, now that's a high number, of HR are actually hiring people that have a record, because it adds diversity to those companies that don't have it. You know, equal opportunity is a real thing, especially when you're talking about public companies and bigger companies. They have that quota, and it really is a quota that they have to meet. So how else to do it? But I think it's good.
And not to mention all these strikes that are going on. We're talking about 450,000 people have been on strike in 2023. So these companies don't have the luxury of being picky like they could at first. They're going to have to loosen up a little bit. I'm happy for the felons. You know, at the club I used to work at, some of them, the guys in the kitchen, you know, had records. When I say they were the most dedicated employees, they was there on time, they stayed late, they were hard workers. So I feel like your past shouldn't define your future, and for employment especially.
And then a lot of them being disproportionately Black and brown people, it does help that community, our community, a lot, so they're no longer coming out with nothing. At least they have a future ahead of them. Because it's hard. You come out, you have a record, and a lot of companies now are actually pulling your credit report. So it's not even just felons, it's certain things you have to have in line now to even be included in the U.S. job market. So kudos to them.
Kudos to them. Good looking out, guys.
Yeah.
And speaking of jail, looks like 3 men will be behind bars after locking themselves behind bars. Police had to rescue 3 trespassers after they locked themselves in a cell at an abandoned jail in St. Louis, Missouri. Officers responded to a call from help at the medium security institution known as the Workhouse. Now, these guys will face possible charges of burglary, stealing, and property damage. I've always said it on the show, the only thing I hate more than a criminal is a dumb criminal. How do you...
No, I love this. No.
This is a lot to unpack.
They're smart. They're smart.
Why are they smart, Candy?
Smart. Because they gave us this story today.
Thank you for the entertainment of this story, whoever y'all are.
First of all, I got questions. Why were you in an abandoned jail?
Yeah.
Completely abandoned.
Yeah.
And the actually jail cell was actually closed by the mayor because they said it had inhumane conditions. They already made that announcement last year. So why were you in there? Is it a picture opportunity? I can't see why you would do that.
That was my first. I said, I bet this was probably for something on TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or something.
Or we're making a video.
They probably was some rappers. They could, you know what?
What's up behind bars?
But of all the places to shoot,
Behind
so you
bars.
Said you
behind bars. What? I mean, if you're a rapper.
No, but you spoke about the inhumane conditions.
Yeah.
Now, we're talking about flooding, sewage, insect and rodent infestation. So this was a nasty,
Inhumane.
gross facility that they chose. How did they lock them? I want to know, how did this happen? I want to know, how did they end up, who decided to close the door behind them?
It's ting ting. You all got that one ting ting friend?
It's the slow friend.
That you gotta say, don't touch nothing.
Don't close the door.
Don't touch nothing, don't breathe. That's the one you gotta leave outside.
Yeah.
Cause they in everything.
That one friend messed the whole thing up for everybody.
You gotta leave that one at home. Leave that one at home.
I've never seen anybody get out of jail to get arrested to go back to jail.
Now, how do you explain that
To
the judge? How do you?
Obviously.
Your Honor.
I just want to be in jail for a day.
And he gonna say, I'm gonna put you there for a very long time.
Hey,
to
but
see
the
how it
best
feels.
part is always the comments. I always go to the comments, and they was like, why did they even bother taking them to another jail? They should just left them in there.
I think they would have if it wasn't an abandoned jail. Why would you break into an abandoned? You know what?
What?
I just thought of this.
What?
Maybe their homeboy used to be in that cell.
And it might have been some stuff stashed away.
I didn't get that far.
But now that you didn't went there.
Maybe they.
Now that you didn't.
Maybe they would.
Hold on. Cadiz, I don't know if you watch a lot of criminal shows, but this girl is a smart criminal to not be one.
I gotta be a smart
I said to not
Why
be
gotta
one.
be a criminal?
Yesterday was the Fat Joe thing where he said he put out the announcement to come. Candice, you smart. That's that New York. Y'all smart up there.
That's street smart.
That's street smart.
That's another kind of smart.
Find out.
But I wish we had a picture of the dum-dums too, but we don't.
I'm sure it will be making his rounds on social media very
Speaking
soon.
of dum-dum,
Oh, Jesus.
former rep Kevin McCarthy has
Lord.
decided.
Now, that was a setup right there, Kat. I ain't mad at that one.
He is resigning. He's leaving Congress. Okay, so a lot of us don't care, but we remember the whole debauchery of trying to get a House Speaker. It took forever.
Have to pull up.
Everyone was totally against him. But here's the thing. So he's leaving.
Right.
And then we had Santos that was just thrown out last week. So the Republican Party, as much as they are the majority,
They going out bad.
they're going down really, really quick. So it's going to be up to 2024 to determine if the GOP is still standing.
Yeah.
This is why you got to vote.
You got to vote.
You have to vote. You have to vote. You have to vote. They are crumbling at the seams. They are against each other.
And the
You have to vote.
And the craziest part is, so the House Republicans are supposed to be throwing him, I guess, a farewell party. But they're beefing with him.
They
so,
don't.
Like, how is that going?
They don't like him.
They don't like him right now.
It's a lot of gangsters in the Senate. And what's going on is one party gangster is split.
It's split.
Amongst their own gangsters.
It's split.
Against the GOP. You got one side of the GOP.
Yeah.
And then you have the other side, and they're at odds.
They're at odds.
So nothing is getting done. This is why it's important for you to know what's going on.
Yep.
This is important for you to vote. Because I'm telling you, The GOP, they're threatening by a very small majority number.
It's getting crazy. And it was
Very small.
I'm shocked that I'm not shocked that he's resigning because it was
He
the turmoil
better.
that's going on. But he was the first House Speaker to get ousted less than 2 months ago, which I kind of felt like the hard right-wing Republicans tried to paint a bad picture of McCarthy. But what he did was actually a good thing because he helped avoid a government shutdown. So kudos to McCarthy for that.
Was it him?
Well,
or
him
was
and the
it,
Democrats.
Or after the fighting? After the fighting, because the numbers that were against him
Yeah.
didn't make any sense.
Well, that's how he pissed all the Republicans off, because he sided with the Democrats for the stopgap funding bill, which prevented the whole government shutdown. So McCarthy, for that alone, I appreciate you. But
now
what a year.
now he's leaving.
Now he's leaving.
He literally just said, "Yo,
Yeah, he slid on.
peace. This government is messed up.
It's crazy.
Can't do anything with it.
It's crazy.
Who's gonna come next?
I don't know.
Because you got Santos and
Santos is
How do you get fired?
Pelosi is gone.
How do you get fired? how do you get, I wanna know.
You know, I feel like 2024, these elections are going to be a circus. One that I'm looking forward to seeing, but I'm also scared to see it from the presidential candidates on down. It's going to be I wish I could say what kind of show it's
I'm
going to be.
just trying to figure out how do you get exposed. Jerry Santos, New York, come on, New York. What are we doing?
But hold on, but we ain't gonna just clown McCarthy. He had a good run. He joined the GOP in 2007.
Listen.
So he's had a successful run. He was responsible for diversifying.
Okay,
We gotta.
We gonna give him a little.
A little love. We can't.
Not much, a little bit. I just love how I want to see how the party goes. I want to go to this party.
I want to see how.
Because I want to see how they decide to honor him on the way out.
That's the kind of drama I like.
But usually you don't have them resign.
Not like that.
This doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So we've seen so much coming up for 2024 in this election that is going to blow our minds completely.
I'm curious to see what his next journey is going to be. He said he's planning to not leave politics, even though he's leaving the GOP. He said he's planning to continue.
But wait, this has nothing to do with it. So let me show you how crazy it's going to be.
Here we go.
Okay, Joe Biden said he's only running because Trump was running.
I just pray that Biden makes it.
So
makes it.
That's what we have to look forward to in 2024. You better vote. You better stay involved.
It is imperative.
It is imperative. It matters so much.
Now we're at the polls, man.
Or they gonna quit. The GOP party gonna keep quitting. It's okay. But we gotta take a break. We'll be right back with what's trending after this.
Good job.
I was slouching. Okay. I got you.
Where you going? Oh.
Appreciate the heads up.
Yep. Thank you.
Chris, needs help with anything?
Nah, I'm good. I'm just. What's time looking like?
You have a minute,
Your first action
24 seconds.
on your camera.
A minute and 24 seconds.
Okay, face his back. And just hang his back.
Oh, you look very different with your glasses on.
1 minute.
I didn't even know who Shantae was until I looked up.
Shantae.
Right, hand it up.
You look amazing, Shantae. I got that one.
Okay, cool.
Cause the other, yeah, you're doing.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Welcome back to the show. You're just in time for What's Trending. So looks like football legend Deion Sanders and his fiancee Tracy Edmonds have called it a quit. Now, though the couple just announced the split this week, sources have revealed that they actually split up over the summer, and sources close to Tracy say that it's due to not having time to spend with Dion. He's doing his own thing, coaching. She's doing her own thing, being a television producer. So looks like they called it a quits. I kind of feel like Tracy might be the problem. I do, because look at it. From what her friend says,
What?
Tracy saying that she has to find a man that has to fit into her life. Knowing that she signed up to date Coach Prime, who...
Hold on.
You don't agree with that?
Let me tell you.
You don't agree?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What she said was...
Here we go.
Get the word on the street right first.
Come on, here we go.
What she said was that she wants a family, she wants to spend more time. He is too involved in himself and in his career.
In his career.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why she stepped. There's nothing wrong with that. But she knows her worth as a woman, and she's not settling.
I don't think it's settling. I don't think it's
It is settling. It's settling if you're staying with somebody and you're not getting what you want. You are settling, period.
But the truth of the matter is, most women want a successful man, but most successful men are busy men. They don't have. She knew she was getting with a guy that had a hectic schedule, coaching college football. She knew this. She knew she was going to have to bounce back and forth between two states. So the fact that you signed up for that and now you're using that as the
But
reason
you're making it
to
sound like
quit.
she's upset. She's not upset. Like, she's still winning.
She's winning. I mean, she's successful.
She just brought a whole nother mansion. She's a very prominent TV and movie producer.
I mean, yeah, she's successful.
Go on, girl, and leave. Leave.
I feel like if you know that's what you're signing up for, you can't have it all.
It doesn't matter what you sign up for. If the person that you signed up to be with is not let me tell y'all something, and please hear me out when I say this. People make time for who they want to make time for. It doesn't matter how busy. It doesn't matter if you are the president. It doesn't matter who you are. You make time for who you want to make time for.
That's true. And two things, more than one thing can be true at the same time. Yes, people do make time for what they want. But if it's your career and you have contractual obligations to be, that's not something you could just maneuver around. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's not nothing that he could avoid. He has to be in Colorado to coach. He can't just come home because, you see what I'm saying? Like, she knew this when she got with him. Well, he was at Jackson State at the time.
Girl, go on. Go on. Live your life and get what works for you. He already missing a toe and everything else.
Oh, my God.
You would think that he needs somebody good to hold him up. But obviously, you don't. Next.
We gonna keep it moving, guys. If you thought that the saga between former ABC hosts Amy Robach and TJ Holmes couldn't get any more bizarre, well, guess what? It appears that their exes are now a couple. So TJ's ex-wife, Murray Feibig, and Amy's ex-husband, Andrew Shue, have now revealed that they've been dating for almost 6 months. This is on the heels of TJ and Amy's very publicized relationship, which cost them their jobs at ABC. I don't know what's crazier, TJ and Amy or the exes. How do they explain this to the kids? Like, what?
I'm gonna tell you really what's going on.
Talk to me, Kay.
They've been dating, the exes, since 2016.
From the picture they posted?
They just come in public now for the first time.
You think so?
Because they have a selfie together.
I saw that.
We just speculate.
I know but I saw that selfie.
But you know what? That's trauma bonding. And trauma bonding is serious because somebody's gonna get hurt. They're bonding now, like they said, because of the trauma.
Right.
They've both suffered being cheated on. They can bond together, they can talk about it, they can compare notes. But how does that work in bed? Because
I was not expecting that to come out.
Because I'm gonna be like, baby, this is why he left you.
Oh.
Or vice versa. Like, how does
This is my thing.
My head would go in like a totally nother place.
I feel like for them to hook up after, TJ and Amy got together, they must have already had some type of attraction to each other.
It's trauma
Like,
bonding. I don't think so.
I mean, I could see people getting close because of that, but to find somebody sexually attractive because y'all went through something, I don't see how that goes. I mean, I've never trauma bonded with anybody, but I don't know how it works. But for them, it just seems like it could have already been brewing. I don't think TJ and Amy was the only ones
This is what
making
you call
moves
keep
like
it in the family.
They just need to be swingers at this point.
It's just, hey, it's now I want to see, are they going to come on their podcast?
Hey, TJ and Amy's podcast,
Now,
I am watching that thing.
If you get the X's on, you may have a hit.
That's my kind of show.
You might have a hit. But I mean, it is kind of weird. It's a little odd. But shoot, he with a black woman now. His ex.
Oh yeah. No, her ex is with a black woman now. Yeah.
So hey, the family picture. What they gonna do? Have family picture right next to each other. Each couple on the mantle in the kid's house.
So would that make their kids from both families step siblings?
I don't know. But
we'll come back to that. That's a whole other show right there. Moving on to this point, you guys. Daddy Yankee has shocked fans after revealing that he gave his life to Christ. Take a look at this clip.
Tiempo yo intenté llenar un vacío en mi vida que nadie pudo llenar. En ocasiones aparentaba estar bien feliz, pero faltaba algo para hacerme completo. Pude recorrer el mundo durante años, ganar muchos premios, aplausos y elogios, pero me di cuenta de algo que dice la Biblia. ¿De qué le vale al hombre ganar el mundo entero si pierde su alma? Por eso esta noche reconozco y no me avergüenzo en decirle al mundo entero que Jesús vive en mí y que yo viviré para él.
Now, this was on the final stop of his farewell tour in Puerto Rico. Now, he announced last March when he released his album, Legend Daddy, that would be his last album and this would be his last tour. So this was the bang at the last show that he gave his life to Christ. I ain't mad at it, Daddy Yankee. I ain't mad at it.
I'm feeling that. That just made my voice came back. That's me.
That spirit just rained on down from the ceiling into your vocal.
You know what? I know that God is busy. And I know that he's there and he's hearing us. But this is amazing, because here, let me just let you know what he said. He said, I'm human, and everyone that follows me should follow Jesus Christ. Oof. That is powerful.
That is powerful.
That is a servant
Powerful.
To give up millions and millions of dollars, because he's given up a lot.
Yeah.
He's given up a lot. Because the Bible says you got to forsake all that. But look, Gasolina was making sure he wasn't in gasoline drawers going to hell.
Despacito. I'm happy. I
think it's amazing. Good for him.
I think it's amazing. I just hope he finds a way to serve God and still use his gift. You know what I'm saying?
He's still gonna use his gift, but he's gonna use his gift to glorify God.
Right, I don't want him to quit music. I guess because I'm a fan of Daddy Yankee.
I don't think he's gonna quit music. I think he's gonna quit the secular music.
And maybe
I think he's gonna switch now and let it be for God. Like he's saying, like everything that I have, every gift God has given me, it's to serve him.
Yeah.
And I'm giving it all back to him.
Yeah.
So, Brooke, do you know how many lives that this is gonna touch? How many young people are big-time fans of Daddy Yankee?
Man, he is arguably the most successful reggaeton artist of all time. So 3 decades in the game, I mean, his fan base.
His album, okay, Legend Daddy, just released in March. In just 3 days, it got 175 million streams.
Crazy.
That's the power of influence. Good for him.
Congrats to you, Daddy Yankee.
I didn't know what he said, but it sounded...
It sounded like he was saying some real stuff up in there.
Look, good for him.
Good for him.
But you know, we got more good news. Let's get it to Understood the Assignment.
Let's do it.
So T.I. has celebrated with the mayor and a whole lot of other people, including his wife Tiny, the opening of his brand new housing complex. So it's inside of the Entrada building, which is in Atlanta. So this particular unit is 3,200 affordable homes. Well, that's what Atlanta did when they made a big announcement. The mayor came out and said, also with T.I. opening this complex, they have opened 3,200 other homes in Atlanta. So combined with what T.I. is doing and what the city is doing is massive. And Mayor Andrew Dickens said, this is what it's all about when you give back to the community. T.I. always says he owns Atlanta. And it's great that he's able to give back to his hometown. This is really good.
And this was like a full circle moment because he said on the podcast last year that he had planned to do this. I didn't realize that 95% of the people that work in Atlanta can't afford to live in Atlanta because of the raise in housing. So he's giving back to that community. Funny, at the ribbon cutting ceremony, he revealed that he actually used to steal from the Kmart across the street.
He said he didn't want to. He said he didn't want to say it.
Yeah, man, it was his way of giving back. I was like, T.I., you know, people clowning him for what's going on with his family, but he shows his character through things like this. Like, he really does have a good heart. You know
he does a lot for the Atlanta community. He does a lot for children. He does a lot for the kids that are in the hospital.
Yeah.
So when you see him out and he's doing all this stuff, this is somebody who's giving.
Yeah.
And once you're a giving person, you're always gonna get back.
Yeah.
If you walk around with closed fists, can't nothing flow.
Can't give nothing. This is the type of stuff we want to see you in the headlines for, T.I., not choking out your son at the Falcons game. This is what we need to see.
No, but you gotta choke them out if they disrespect. Choke out a little essay. If you gotta do it, you gotta do it. If you have to do it.
Choke out at the game.
Your kids gotta be respectful. Your kids gotta be respectful. It's gotta make sense.
It has to make sense.
It's gotta make sense. But guys, that's our show for today. We gotta get out of here.
We'll see you guys same time, same place. Be safe until tomorrow, y'all.
Bye, y'all.